Today we are going to talk about how to take measurements using our tape measure. Now here a sketch of this is how the person looks like. We have this part, the shoulders, it is called the cover. And we have this part where the breasts are, it is called the bust. We have this part where the waist. Everybody, you know your waist, this is called the waist. So we have also the what? The hips. Now we have the sleeve length. We want to take our what? Measurements. So for the cover, it is from the shoulder to the shoulder, behind part. And the bust, you have to measure the person all round. Since we have the cover, which is symbolizes K. K is the cover, B is the bust, W is the waist, hips, H is the hips. Now, our person consists of four parts. When we divide this person like this, now this is 1/2, and this one is also 1/2. This is a quarter, and this one is a quarter. Even the back part, the behind part, we have a quarter and a quarter. That's why I've said, but for the cover, it is only in the behind part. That's why we divide the cover by 2. The bust, it is divided into 4 quarters. That's why we divide it by 4. Now the waist is divided by 4 quarters. Also, we divide the waist also by 4. The hips is also into 4 parts. We divide it by 4. Have you got it? That's how we are going to be calculating. Now, on our sleeve, the sleeve length, if it is a short, you measure the foot up to where the person wants it to stop. So, but for the sleeve, we divide the sleeve width, we divide it by 2. We will going to show you in future when we are cutting the sleeve. Just get it in mind that if you measure like the sleeve width, the sleeve width, not the length. The sleeve width is equal to 10. We are going to divide it by 2. Now, if it's the sleeve length, we add 1.5 for the sleeve length. Have you got it? We have the cover, bust, waist, hips, plus the full length. And that full length is the length of the dress. If it is a dress, it is called the full length or a dress length. It depends on what you are making. If it is a skirt, it is a skirt length. You measure from where that part starts. When it is a shirt, it starts from the cover to something like in the hips. When it is a dress, it may be a long one to the legs or a short one to the knees. Anywhere where the customer tells you he wants to stop. But that's the full length. We add 2, and those 2 are for stitching allowance. Now I'm going to show you this. Assuming our measurements are this, you have finished measuring the person. We are assuming, but we are going to practice it. Assuming our cover is 10. Assuming our cover is 10. Our bust is 26. Our waist is 24. Our hip, it is 28. These are our measurements. I've told you for the cover, we divide it by 2. And for the bust, we divide it by 4. For the waist, we also divide it by 4. And for the hips, this one means hips, not height. Hips as in hips, akabina. We divide it by 4. So this is what we have on paper. Let me show you clearly. So our cover is 10, our bust is 26, our waist is 24, our hips is 26. We are going to divide. We are going to divide so that we get clear measurements. So it equals. Those are our measurements. So you get this tape measure. Are you seeing it? You remember I told you these are in inches, the big ones. So for this start, we are using the inches. You get our 10. This is the 10. All of you see where the 10 is. You get the 10, you divide it by 2. By 2, we don't use calculator in tailoring. You just use your tape measure like this. It is like this. All of you are seeing where the 10 is. It is like this. So this is your 10. You divide, you get this starting point. You put it here where the 10 is. 1, 2. Now here you have divided by 2. You have divided by 2. You have divided by 2. Have you got it? You have divided by 2. So this is your 5. So when you, after dividing and you open, it is 5. Meaning for cover we have got 5. And we go to the bust. The bust I told you we divide by 4. We have 26. Here 26. 26 divided by 2. You get this and take it to 26. This is by 2. 1, 2. Again, we get this middle part after folding. It is in 13. Then you throw this one away. You remain with only this one, which marks to 13. And you bring it again to the 13 like this. So here you have gotten your answer. And your answer becomes 6.5 or 6.5, which is convenient. So now we are going to use 6.5. The bust. We go to the waist. Our waist is 24. 24. You do the same thing. 12. Then again we do it for the 4th time. We are getting, our answer is 6. We go to the hip. The hip is 28. 28. It is 28. You get this, you put it at 28. 28. Sorry. 28. You have to be accurate. 28. Like this, 28. This is our 28. We divide by 4 here. Even we divide it again. So this one gives us 7. 7. So those are our measurements. Those are our measurements. So we are adding plus. For the cover we add plus a half. This is stitching allowance. Stitching allowance. Stitching allowance. For the bust, we add plus 1.5 to make it 6 plus 1. It is 6, 7, 8. So for the waist, we add plus 1 for the dart and plus 1.5 stitching allowance. So we get 6, 7, 8, 8.5. For the hip, we add plus 1.5 to make it 8.5. Are we clear? 8.5. We don't put that in the hips. We don't put that in the bust. So you should continue practicing that. Thank you.